European Council President Antonio Costa and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen will attend India's Republic Day celebrations as chief guests on January 26, with the India-EU summit scheduled for the following day. And also joining us on the broadcast on the story is Dr. Charan Singh, Eminent Economist and CEO, EGROW. Sir, a very warm welcome to DD India News Hour. Positive signs from both India and EU when it comes to trade deal. How do you see this? Do you see this, in fact, as a mother of all trade deals?
Absolutely, absolutely. This is such a perfect thing in a global, uncertain world.
Right.
And this is so important because India's growth trajectory is positive.
Right.
Whereas if you look at the growth trajectory of EU, that's not very positive. It's on the decline.
Yeah.
The global uncertainty has brought India to the forefront, given that India's economic performance since COVID has been solid gold. We are the fastest growing economy. We have a very rich demographic dividend.
Right.
We are pioneers in AI, I can say that. You know that on computers and IT related, we were doing very good. And we have not lost an opportunity because on AI, we are doing a great work. Stanford University has sort of also accepted that we are amongst the 3 major countries in the world leading the AI revolution. And the IT minister at Davos very clearly mentioned that we are operating on different layers of AI. And each of the layers we are investing. The models that we are building are small models, not very expensive, but they are going to be leading the AI revolution. So therefore, we have positioned ourselves, firstly, on growth performance, and secondly, on the futuristic developments. We have positioned ourselves that EU thinks it's important to sign a deal with us. It's a very good, very happy situation.
Indeed. You were also saying this, and I want to ask you, how do you see this coming at a time when the world is witnessing various conflicts, and especially considering the situation between the United States and the EU?
So I must share this. The Trump tariffs, which have happened in such a reckless manner, or it has broken all the rule-based international economic order. Now that has really plunged the world. Initially, of course, it was the tariffs. But over a period of time, the aggressiveness has increased. And recently, what has happened in the last month, 1 month, and the plans for the future are so dangerous that the world is now looking forward to multi-alignments and different alignments. In that sense, I think India and EU are setting up a very positive sign that we can explore different possibilities of ensuring global growth continues. Now, this agreement with the EU is bringing on the forefront, started in 2007.
Right.
And it is the 16th EU-India summit which is taking place in January towards the end. Over a period of time, we have been negotiating, discussing and strengthening it. But of late, after I think many years, but after 2021 when it was resumed, now in the last 1 year, it has really picked up momentum. Our own minister going to Brussels, their people coming over to India in the last 2 months has only established that in such globally uncertain period, it's very, very important to find new alignments, to look for like-minded people. As rightly said, 2 democratic institutions, 2 democratic continents, countries, we need to think alike and not hesitate to take steps forward. I think the Indo-Pacific stability that this agreement will bring, also the provisions that they are doing. One is the FTA trade agreement, which has taken a very long time, but now they are thinking in terms of a strategic cooperation, and they're also thinking in terms of a defense partnership.
How crucial would that be, sir?
Yeah, I think very, very crucial. So look at the strategic thing where our professional students, scientists, scholars will have to exchange. By the way, I must mention that Europe on innovation index is doing very well. Sweden, Finland on innovation index are very high.
You're right.
And Germany. And India, of course, to that extent has been lacking. but our scholars, scientists, researchers will get opportunity to go and work in those countries, and the mind that we already have, we'll have better opportunities. I think that's fantastic. And on defense, I think it is high time we had worked on defense, counter to terrorism, and all these agreements are putting all that together. I think these are very positive signs in a very gloomy world.
You're right, sir. You talked about the talks started in the year 2017. According to your assessment, what took it so long to get this deal finalized?
So actually, one thing is there. Most of these deals do take some time. It's not that it's the first, because these deals are very comprehensive, and various aspects of trade, services have to be taken into account. There are sensitive areas like agriculture that have to be taken into account. From 2007 to 2013, there was some developments taking place, and that then it went into cold storage. And from 2013 to 2021, there was hardly any development on it. But from 2021 onwards, again, we started opening, and I think it's a new government, new regime that we had in our country, which wanted to really look at various angles of trade and ensure that India grows. Also, please remember that there has been a strategic shift in the thinking of the government from 2014 onwards.
Absolutely.
The stability that you see right now.
There's no doubt about that. Absolutely.
And that is why they opened up. Once they stabilized, they opened up in 2021 and they started. And I'm so happy, while most of us knew that America-India trades are happening, but India had also been building up relations with multi-nations, multi-continents. And I think that's the right way to diversify for a young demographic country, a country which is growing fast, which has lots of aspirations. Please also remember that Europe is part of the same land mass that we are in. So moving into Europe is easier. Also, we have had very long-term historical traditions and relations with Europe, be it Italy, be it France, be it Germany, on the same landmass, and of course Britain. So therefore, and Britain was part of the EU for a very long time, it's just come out of it. Now, therefore, our relationship are historical. And that is where I think from 2021, the current government started making efforts in building relationship. It is in the last 2 years, especially in the last 1 year, that we had to strengthen, start exploring, start identifying. One of the reasons that I would ascribe that why this relationship became stronger in the recent years is because India's growth trajectory improved, India's vision, India's young demographic and aspirations increased, and therefore looking for markets around India also increased. And that is where I think the vision of the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister also plays a role, that where do we now accommodate our young demographic Indians? And that's why the effort to open up the markets, open up the services, and look at our exports, the PLI scheme started showing results, and our exports had to be also accommodated.
Yeah, definitely. So we can say it's a win-win situation for both EU and India. But thank you so much, sir, for joining in on DD India News.